Hello everyone, I exist. I wanted to make a video on the new DLC bosses. Because I beat them recently, so I'm going to rank them, starting with the bugs. The first phase of the big fight can get a bit chaotic. The main bug runs around the different floors, while other bugs start to spawn. He also spawns bombs. Overall, it's a pretty well-balanced phase. And then the second phase is a bit easier. It also has some nice music. You have to dodge these music waves and barrels until you reach the third phase, in which an anteater of sorts comes in, with a little snail on his head. His two attacks are those bundles of bugs, and its tongue, which he fakes you out a couple of times before doing. And then there's a fake knockout scream, which surprises a lot of people, but isn't too hard. Overall, it's a pretty good fight. But it gets a B for theatricality at the end. The next one was a pretty fun fight. Although, I have no footage of it. The whole premise of the fight is interesting. Whichever boss you look at will shoot at you. But, if you look away, their bullets disappear. This made for a difficult but fun boss fight. Plus, the background was nice. Although, it's a one-time fight. Regardless, it gets an S rank. Next up is the robber bull thing. I'm not too sure what it is. This fight gets pretty chaotic in comparison to the others. Although the aesthetics are nice, the first phase is pretty fun overall. The second phase is a bit difficult. You have to dodge around the various flying money. It's difficult but manageable. And then it switches to the next phase, which I like. It's a sausage link that's eats meat and FLIs. And there's beans and cans. It really doesn't get better than that. And then there's the final phase, which is a more difficult one. And it can get cluttered fast. It's overall one of harder bosses. It gets an A. Next is the Mountain Man, which is a pretty creative boss. It has these clouds that fly towards you, as well as a bear. Just a random grizzly grab from who knows where. He can also cause so many G's to fly by. Overall, it's a nice first phase. Then you have to deal with two hand puppets, which are the original Cuphead's two final bosses. They throw a ball back and forth while gnomes pop out of the ground. It's a fun phase. The next phase starts with him eating you. And a hop between these platforms while shooting his digestive system. It was a pretty creative phase, and a bit challenging. Overall, I enjoyed it. It gets an A from me. Next up is the Snow Cult, which was difficult. The first phase has Thesis Wizard, with snow minions. He also throws cards at you, and occasionally hits you with a whale. It's a nice first phase. In his second phase, he turns into a snowman. He will cause these Spikesto spawn from the floor. He also becomes a freezer, which shoots ice cubes and popsicles. And then he rolls, like all good things. It's a challenging second phase. Third one takes place in the sky, with a snowflake that's too happy and has magic eyes. He also shoots murderous snow cones. They're generally hard to dodge, and so are the buckets. The designs for this fight are really nice though. It gets a tier. I think I might be a bit too generous with these. Next up is one of my favorites. Dog on Dog Fight. It starts with this bull against some smaller dogs, which takes a bit to get used to. But when you do, it's not too bad. It's a nice phase. After you destroy the plane, the smaller dogs start flying around. This is one of the easiest phases in the DLC, mainly because they just shoot letters. After them comes the main fight, the big plane, which grabs the screen and shoots lasers at you, which aren't too hard to dodge. But the screen turns and you have to dodge books, which is a really nice desert for a boss. And it keeps turning until you win. Like I said before, I really enjoyed this fight. It gets an S rank. Because I have an opinion. Unlike you, you don't have the right to speak. And the next boss, which is the final DLC boss. He is one of the hardest bosses in game, especially the first phase. The fire that hops down can catch you off guard very easily. This phase gave me a lot of trouble. Now, the second phase. He grabs you and then pulls you up on his hand. In this phase, you shoot pepper shakers and make them launch at his face. A nice detail here is Thaith pepper shaker sneeze, which I found to be a nice touch. It's very easy to lose health on this phase, but it's fun. After you hit him with the last pepper shaker hits him, he breaks and makes a sand dune of salt. This phase has gotten me a lot, but I really like the background design. When you reach the final phase, you have to start jumping on platforms, as well as shooting his heart bottle thing. It's a fun final phase, and it felt like a proper send-off for Cuphead. You should get Cuphead if you're into harder platforming games. Anyhow, that was the last main boss. He was nice, but it takes a bit to get us to. He gets a B and a half. Next are the extra bosses. First is the Queen's Fight, which is on the challenging side. She uses giant pillars and decorated eggs as weapons. It gets cluttered fast, but it's doable. The background for this Oni is nice as well. It gets a B for Banga Pain. Next up is the pawns. They can be difficult if you're not careful. They jump down at a gradually increasing rate. This one is a pretty fun fight. It can be hard to dodge though. They're good, but not the best. They get B tier. Next is the Bishop, which was a unique fight. You hit its head and then you have to put out the candles. It also spawns little cat bell things that launch at you. It's not the hardest fight, but I like the design. It gets a B and a half. Next was the horse, which I like the design of as well. I'm pretty sure it's called a knight, but I just call it a horse. The fight for it isn't too bad. And you have opportunity to hit it, though it's not a long opportunity. It gets an A for its design. And then one of the hard fights, the Rook. This one was pretty unique. You have to hit these heads back at it. You also have to avoid the sparks from the grindstone. And there's skulls, which adds to the overall difficulty. It has nice boss and background design. It gets an A from me. And that's the list. If you made it this far, thank you. Let me know if there's other games or topics you'd like me to do a list on. If you like this video, I would appreciate if you could detach one of your hands and give the video a thumbs up. If you like my content, consider subscribing. Anyhow, that was just my opinion on the bosses. There was none that I particular dislike. I will have a video going out soon, so look out for that. Let me know what else you'd like to see in the comments. Happy 4th of July, and good day to you.